everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Chris, I'm a graphic designer based in Melbourne, and the past few weeks actually have been quite a sad and emotional time for those that are living in Australia right now. If you've been on the internet or your phone, you will be aware of the bushfires that are completely raging through our backcountry and rural areas. It's quite significant at the moment. As I actually look outside right now, I can see smoke everywhere. I can't see beyond 100 meters. And when I walk outside, I can smell smoke in the air. And so for us Australians, it's quite real. And so as a result of this, I thought, what can I do with all the commotion going on? I decided to aim my next artwork around this topic. I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about what's going on while you also view the speed art that I've created for this artwork. So let's jump into the computer and get started. Sweet. So what I was thinking before is that it's actually really easy when you're not physically affected by something like these fires to just sit back and just watch these terrible scenes unravel, and I often actually find myself doing this, not actually looking into what's going on, why it's happening, and what the severity of it actually is. And so I thought, as I was creating this artwork, to just actually look a little bit into it and watch a little bit of the news to see how bad these fires actually were. And this is what I found out. So I'll start off just a little bit simple for those who might not be, maybe not from Australia, and you don't know what a bushfire is, or you're not aware that they're actually a thing. Well, it is in the name. It's basically an uncontrolled fire that occurs in the bush, as that's where basically there's a large amount of sticks, dry wood, leaves. It's absolutely perfect for a fire, and there's a lot of it in our Australian bush. And then you might think to yourself, how does it occur? Surely someone wouldn't actually just go and light a fire. Unfortunately, that does happen. But surely someone, wouldn't go do it intentionally. And so if it was to happen naturally, how can that happen? And I was actually scratching my head a little bit to this as well. I soon found out that lightning can cause a natural bushfire. There are some accidental man-made events, such as, say, someone's welding and sparks are flying everywhere, and one of those just happened to catch some leaves. Say someone's smoking, they put out their cigarette, but they don't do it properly, and then that starts a spark or a light, even like a match or a campfire. Little things like that can lead into more severe, larger bushfires. That's why we have fire ban. As of 30 minutes ago, I just read up on the news, an 8th person had died from the fires, which brings the death toll to, this is very, very sad for all the families involved, and my condolences go out to all of them. 8.4 million hectares across the country have been burnt so far, which is an unbelievably large amount. So why is this happening? We've had extreme heat for the past few weeks, which has dried out all of the bushland, and as a result of what I explained before, occurrences have happened and caused bushfires. There's essentially an unbroken line of smoke that's going from Sydney all the way down to Melbourne. So if you live in either of these areas, that's why you're seeing smoke outside. Within the last 48 hours, 60 homes have been lost, which is expected to rise into the hundreds. Fortunately, however, there was rainfall last night in parts of northeast Victoria and New South Wales. This had actually, thankfully, suppressed the fires. And as another result of the rainfall, firefighters in some areas were actually allowed to attempt to backburn some of the high-risk areas. For those who might not know what backburning is, it is essentially where firefighters create a new controlled fire in the opposite direction to the line of advancing fire. There is still, however, 135 fires still burning across New South Wales, only, and there's more across the country. 54 of those are not contained. There are around 2,500 people deployed across the fire. Now I'm just talking about New South Wales specifically, because that's where majority of the severe fires are happening. So yeah, there's 2,500, give or take, firefighters aiming to provide protection to people's property, and obviously to contain the fires also. Now, as we go into Friday, the weather is actually going to increase alongside with wind, which is going to come in from the middle of Australia, which is sadly going to pose more of a risk towards the current ongoing fires. And so with all this terrible news going on, we've had fires before. It's not anything new for Australians, but these are some of the most severe, and there is talk about potential climate change influence and maybe it is a result of our climate change, but that is another conversation. But what can you guys do? What can we do to help support these people that have lost their homes or have lost family members or even the animals? The simple answer is to donate. Donate to the Red Cross Foundation or the Firefighters Appeal. I myself have donated to the Red Cross Foundation, and so I'm going to leave all of the links in the description. I've had a lot of friends of mine actually put out initiatives where they're selling products and then donating 100% of the profits to specific organizations, and that has been really successful as well. And so just try to create as much awareness as you can. If you can lend a bit of coin, help out those who are on the front line, really helping out in that regard. So yeah, and that's basically it. That's basically the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me create this artwork. It took me around 7 to 8 hours yesterday and today. It was quite tedious work. Low poly art is always very tedious, but I wanted to do it and I wanted to put in a good effort because of what is going on currently. And as I said before, to raise as much awareness. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving me, and I look forward to creating as much content as possible. My thoughts and prayers go out to those affected by the fires as well, and I will see you guys in the next one.